I'm Tiffany Teal with Mortgage Advisor with American Dream Mortgage, here with Tom Thieme from Synergy Realty Group. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing good. Tiffany, how are you today?
I'm pretty well. Let's see, today's topic in regards to questions that a buyer should ask while interviewing buyer agents.
Well, I think the first thing you hit on right there is that you should actually interview multiple people for the position. We're kind of like lawyers and accountants. You don't want to just take the first guy that calls. You want to kind of talk to a few of them and make sure you find somebody that you like a little bit, hopefully somebody you can trust, and it's going to meet all the needs that you have.
So how many, roughly, should a buyer interview? 3, 5, 7, how many?
I think you're, 3 to 5. You don't want to make it so difficult that you're trying to pick from a dozen different people. But you want to get enough to get you a little bit of variation, maybe see some different ways that the agents do their business, different approaches they have, and, just to kind of sample and see a few of them personality-wise. So I think that sweet spot is, 3 to 5, kind of depending upon, do you need to do 4 and 5, or did you find one of the first 3 that you kind of liked?
What are the questions that we should be asking?
Well, the first big question is, do they work in the area you want to buy in?
Mm-hmm.
We see this up and down the Front Range. We're kind of, mobile between the cities from here to Pueblo. If you want to buy in a particular town, make sure that your agent works in that town. I don't do any business in Denver. I don't know the market up there, the geography, any of the housing issues. I don't know any of it. So I've got a partner up there, and I team up with him, and I send him all the folks that are interested in buying up in Denver because I don't know the area. So make sure your prospective agent works the broad area that you want to buy in. And then it's okay to also ask and narrow that down. And, Colorado Springs is a big city. Does the agent you're talking to specialize in a particular area? Or are they like me, where we work all over the city and we make it our job to know about the issues and the housing in the different areas, because Peyton is a lot different than Broadmoor. So you've got to know the difference when you're working with those folks.
Yes, yes.
Another question that kind of goes with that market specialization: when are they available to help you? You're going to find some agents out there that only work from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, and that's it. They've been successful in their careers. They've got a good client base, and they no longer choose to work those weekends or evening hours. There are still a lot of us out there that understand that we work when you don't as a buyer. You got a job, you got a weekend commitment. We have to be available weekends, and we have to be available evenings for a lot of folks. So make sure that they can actually show you homes when you can see them.
Yeah, that'd be very important.
It is. The last thing you want is to say, I can only see homes starting at 5 o'clock every day because that's when I get off work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can say, well, I've got my kid at 5 o'clock every day, and I can't show homes after 5. That agent's not going to be able to work out for you. So you say, thanks for your time, check them on the box, and you move on to the next fella or gal. Experience. How long have they been doing this? At one point we had 6,000 agents in Colorado Springs. That's a lot of agents.
Yeah.
But there's only a few of us out there that are doing the business, the transactions, the volume, making a living doing it, being professionals at our field. If you hire a lawyer, do you want a lawyer that only does 2 cases a year? No, you want somebody that practices full time. It's his profession. Yeah. It's his expert level of knowledge. So make sure your agent is of that same caliber. Do they have the experience? Have they done the number of transactions to know what to do to look out for you in this process?
Yes, very important. Keeping up market changes, different things. You have to be in the field.
Right. And I always equate it to, like, when you're finding a new doctor, you've got a choice. You can find the older guy who's been doing this forever and he's got a lot of intuition and a lot of experience. Or do you want a younger guy who's fresh out of school and he knows about all the latest stuff and the newest techniques and all that stuff? So that's really a personal question for you and for the buyers out there as to what kind of an agent you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to go with a new person because they're hungry. They're willing to do whatever it takes to help you. And then know that if you go with somebody who doesn't have 20 years of experience in the field, that's okay because they're working with a broker who does. And that broker is backing them up and providing them the guidance and the mentorship. So that's kind of a personal preference as to what you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, and then ask for references. Hey, can I talk to some of your more recent clients to find out what they thought about working with you? They should be kind of offering that already. And most of us do like online reviews through Zillow or Realtor or any of those other big companies. We maintain some online presence, and you can go do your homework and look it up and see what kind of reviews they have. Google has reviews for that kind of stuff as well. So look for that, and then ask them who they've worked with. Ask them who they work with professionally, because that's another big thing. We talked about, the experience and their broker backing them up. But you want somebody that maybe isn't the lone wolf out there, and it's just him working the business, answering all the phone calls and doing everything. What happens if he wants to go on a vacation for 3 days? Who covers for his business at that point?
Right.
Maybe you like the idea of always picking up the phone and calling somebody and getting that one person. But the downside is it's just one person. And if he overextends or something happens and he's not available, he's got nobody to help you with your maybe very urgent need. So see if they work for a team. See if they have an assistant, or do they partner with somebody to cover for them when they need to? Those are all very big things because that's all making sure that you're taken care of no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my last piece of advice, because we talked about, what you're looking for in an agent. The bottom line, you're going to be sharing a lot of information with them. You're going to be spending a lot of time with them during this process. You've got to trust them, which means you also have to like them, because who trusts somebody you don't like? So if you just have this feeling about one agent over the other, that's okay. That always boils down to who do you know, trust, and like. So in a nutshell, that's how we get started, trying to, interview some agents and ask them questions and find somebody that's going to help you out.
Yes, those are very good questions. And also wanted to mention a previous video that Tom and I have done. Why would I have a buyer's agent and what would that buyer's agent do for me? We'll put that link below. Definitely reach or reference that out. And if you have any questions for Tom or any other things about the buying process that you would like to speak to a professional who does this every day, I'll put Tom's information down below and you can reach out to him. And thank you so much, Tom, for your time today and all of this great information.
Thank you, Tiffany. You guys have a good day.